You're listening to Varsity Soccer on the Duchesne High School Pioneer Network.
Arch Material and Handling of St. Louis has one of the largest inventories of pre-owned pallet racking and warehouse equipment in the nation. We work with clients of all sizes, small and large businesses, as well as individuals with very exclusive needs. Visit their website at archmaterial.com.
Hollander Legal has been committed to providing exceptional legal assistance and protection to families and businesses in the St. Charles community since 2019. Their specialized focus in estate planning, probate, and elder law ensures exceptional care and expertise in managing assets, wills, trusts, and legal matters for you. Call 636-442-4670 or visit hollanderlegal.com and ensure that your loved ones are protected. Hollander Legal, your trusted estate planning and probate legal team.
Worldwide Technology is a financially strong, privately held global technology service provider with over 30 years of experience, helping the world's largest and most innovative organizations think differently about technology and how it can drive their business forward. We've got smart people who can help you learn about the latest tech, acquire new skills, and train your team on the solutions integral to your organization's success. We work with our clients by developing collaborative partnerships that give them a holistic view, from infrastructure to experience and everything in between. Create your account today at wwt.com and clear your path forward.
The Zach Plackemire State Farm Insurance Agency is here to help with car insurance, commercial auto insurance, home insurance, renter's insurance, life insurance, and more. Their office opened in 2016 to serve customers in Florissant and St. Charles, as well as surrounding St. Louis County, with all their insurance and financial service needs. Zach is a State Farm Chairman's Circle agent, which represents the top 3% of agents across the nation. Contact them today by calling 314-921-7900 to see how they can help you and your family.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
From strategy to execution, Worldwide Technology helps organizations across industries solve their most pressing challenges through innovative technology solutions, empowering business to take on the challenges of tomorrow. They leverage more than 30 years of experience to help propel the globe's largest and most innovative organizations forward. Find them online at wwt.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Frank Barrows Stadium on the campus of Duchesne High School. We welcome our guests from Whitfield for tonight's soccer game. At this time, would everyone please rise, and gentlemen, remove your hat for the playing of our national anthem. Sorry about that. Got a phone call. All right, let's meet our starters. First from our guests from Whitfield High School. Starting at midfield, a freshman, number 9, Brielle Gilbertson. Starting at forward, a junior, number 10, Caitlin Cochran. Starting at midfield, a sophomore, number 12, Anna Huddy. Starting at defense, a sophomore, number 14, Gabby Gutierrez. Starting at midfield, a freshman, number 16, Rashay Blancard. Starting on defense, a sophomore, number 17, Lilia Long. Starting on defense, a senior, number 18, Sophia Wilson. Starting at forward, a freshman, number 19, Bray Jackson. Starting on defense, a freshman, number 23, Kendall Bilchik. Starting at defense, a senior, number 25, Dawn Foster. And starting in goal, a sophomore, number 31, Natalie Schmidt. Whitfield's coached by Rick Gamp and assisted by Matt May. All right, and now for our home team, the Duchesne Pioneers. Starting in goal, a senior, 0, Maddie Danker. Starting at forward, a senior, number 6, Katie Stockhausen. Starting on defense, a senior, number 7, Faith Dunn. Starting on defense, a junior, number 9, Brooke Kamer. Starting at midfield, a freshman, number 10, Charlie Pirtle. Starting at forward, a senior, number 11, Madison McCarthy. Starting at midfield, a sophomore, number 13, Naomi Grizzle. Starting at midfield, a sophomore, number 14, Violet Saheda. Starting at midfield, a sophomore, number 15, Allison Slattery. Starting on defense, a sophomore, number 26, Daly Meyer. And starting on defense, a freshman, number 28, Katie Welchko. Pioneers are coached by Patrick Turner, assisted by Claire Skaggs and Jimmy Choinka. Good luck, ladies.
You're listening to Varsity Soccer on the Duchesne High School Pioneer Network.
All right, soccer fans, slide in those shooting guards, lace up those boots. It's time for Pioneer Soccer on the Pioneer Nation Network. I am Jason Bosher giving you the play-by-play, and alongside Mr. Mike Ryan. Michael, how are you, buddy?
I am good. It's great to see some decent weather, huh?
Oh, man, yeah, it's unfortunate we weren't able to play at home on Monday, but, 5 days of consistent rain on a grass field, those two don't add up.
It's not a good equation, is it?
So our thanks go out to Francis Howell North and their willingness to transfer the game over to their stadium on turf, where the Pioneers fell by a score of 3-0. So they are certainly looking for a bounce-back game here this evening.
Yeah, Whitfield comes in at one win, 1 loss. Their win was at home. And, they're young, very young. We were talking about that before earlier.
Graduated 12 seniors last year.
That's tough to overcome.
It certainly is. And I don't know. Looks like we have 2 seniors starting.
2 seniors and a junior. The rest are sophomores and freshmen. 15 of the 20 kids on their roster are sophomores and freshmen. So
So
sort of a restart.
Well, the Pioneers hoping for good things here. We are at a home game, obviously, in Frank Barrows Stadium here on the campus of Duchesne High School. Your Pioneers are on your right of your screen in their home blue kits. Whitfield wearing white on the left side, attacking towards the right. And play is underway as Katie Stockhausen takes the ball right up the middle, looking for Pirtle out on the wing, and the Pioneers going straight onto the attack. Just seconds into the game here. Saheda looking across, finding Grizzle. Grizzle's got options. She's got Dunn behind her. She's got Pirtle in front. Pirtle comes in, assists with the challenge, comes away with the ball.
Nice.
Good, strong play from the freshman. Saheda crossing, shot
over.
coming. Oh, Slattery over the bar. But wow, what a good start for the Pioneers here.
Yeah, and you think on that center off, they're coming down to the left, Charlie.
Oh, absolutely. Right? When you've got a weapon like Charlie Pirtle that nobody really knows about right now, right? Coming in as a freshman,
right.
They don't have stats on her besides what's being thrown out there on St. Louis High School Sports. It's like, wow,
And I'm sure Coach Turner called that right out, before the game started. Let's throw it down the left side.
Exactly. Let's go get a quick one and set the tone of the game. And certainly the Pioneers took heed, and they're right back on the attack here.
Nice move.
Come down. Cross the box. Oh, and the keeper's able to make the save. Has a little bit of a bobble as it comes in, but keeps it in her hands. No rebound for the Pioneers there. Dunn gets a head on the ball. Actually, sorry, that was Katie Welchko with the head on the ball there as she slid over into Dunn's spot here on the left back. Pioneers working their 4-3-3 formation here this evening. And we've got ourselves just an absolutely beautiful night. I know they were calling for some light showers possibly. And so far, we have lucked out.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get this in. I don't see anything in the out west of us, but
not yet.
Yeah,
not yet. 69 degrees at game time.
Check out the flag. We weren't able to see that last time. They had to take it down. It was so windy. But it's just hanging there, so there's not much breeze at all, if it any.
Completely different from the game there on Monday at Howell Central, where I wasn't able to attend, but after talking with Coach here, he was glad to be home and have warmer weather because the winds and the cold temperatures combined made for a pretty miserable evening. And then when you get out there and you drop a goose egg against Howell Central as well, it's one of those nights you'd like to forget.
Right, you're exactly right.
We do have a rescheduled game coming up for anybody that is interested here. The Father Tolton game that was originally scheduled for the 3rd of April has been rescheduled 2 nights from now. On the 9th, it'll be a home game here for the Pioneers at Frank Barrow Stadium. That is a game that we lost to rain kind of at the beginning of those 5 days of just nonstop torrential downpours. As the ball goes bouncing into the box, Danker picks it up, punts it, looking for Stockhausen on the wing.
Great to see Maddie in goal. She came out this year as a senior, didn't play last year, right? And she's doing a great job.
Correct. Coming down the wing, Slattery. Great cross, Pirtle in the box.
There we go.
Scores! Pioneer goal, Charlie Pirtle. What a great finish.
Pioneer goal scored by number 10, Charlie Pirtle.
We talked about her at the very beginning. Strong player, freshman.
That she is, Mike. She, well, I mean, you could see it right from the get-go, right from kickoff. They were looking for her. She came in. It was a great cross into the box there off of Slattery. And Pirtle just able to hammer it home there past the goalkeeper with a great misdirection. Just kind of, you'd think she'd be going near side there, but she put it back. And as the keeper is trying to move to her right, Pirtle puts it towards the keeper's left, and just nothing she could do as it bounces past her and find its way into the back of the net. Gives the Pioneers an early lead, less than 4 minutes into the game. Pioneers leading the Warriors by a score of 1-0. And here we go again. Stockhausen in the box. Cross. Oh, does not get through. Goes out of bounds before the cross can get off. And that will be a goal kick now for the Warriors.
Trying to make that turn around that back there. And sort of a bad angle, but hey, give it a shot.
Ran out of real estate. She definitely had numbers streaking into the box. McCarthy kind of towards the middle. Pirtle towards the back post. Saheda coming in as well. A lot of options there.
Yeah, had a couple midfielders trailing.
Mm-hmm. Good to see them working together as a unit, getting up the field like that. And away we go again. Up the corner, and a heavy touch there by Stockhausen. It's going to go out for yet another goal kick. Wanted to have a quick shout-out to senior Katie Stockhausen today. Along with 5 others, she signed her national letter of intent. And she's going to be a St. Charles Community College Cougar. So we are very excited for Katie and looking forward to see what she can do for St. Charles County. It's really nice having her close to home. We're going to be able to catch a few games here, right here in our backyard, Mike.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
So there were 6 signings today.
Anybody you know?
Just a couple. So we did have, and I'm sorry, it was actually 5 signings. Is that right, Renee? It was 5 signings in total. No, it was 6. Who am I missing? I did. Man, she knew it right off the get-go. Renee knew it. Scotty Alberson. Actually, all of these boys played in soccer for the Pioneers here for the past 4 years. So Scotty Alberson signed his letter of intent. He is going to Truman to continue his collegiate soccer playing career, as well as pursue, I believe, a interest in business. And then 4 players signing with the State Fair Community College Roadrunners in Sedalia, Missouri. Those being Declan Fuchs, Luke Fink, Gianni Bolanos, and Trevor Boschert.
That name sounds familiar.
It does, doesn't it? I tell you what, if I was that kid's dad, I think I'd be pretty proud of him.
Congratulations, though.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Very excited. McCarthy, cross. Oh, heavy touch on that cross. She might have been aiming for that far post there, trying to tuck it in the top corner.
Good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Their goalie's a sophomore, so I don't. We talked about this before. They don't list stats in St. Louis prep, website, so it's hard to tell what kind of experience any of these kids are at, or as to who's scoring their goals and that kind of thing. So,
yeah, a little different. Not finding stats here on the players to watch, as Mike alluded. The STL Preps does not have anything for Whitfield, so
early in the season, they only have 2 games under their belt.
Correct.
So I'm sure they'll get them in there.
Yep. Good turn there. Dunn streaking up. Dunn. Oh, and a
Great
fantastic save by the goalie. Point blank. And she scoops up that ball. And that is a tough ball not to give up a rebound on. But, wow, great instincts and a wonderful save by the goalie.
Yeah, give a shout-out to Natalie Schmidt, sophomore goalie. Great job on that. Faith Dunn's tried to sneak up the sideline here a couple of times. So she sees an opening. She's trying to take it.
It was a very smart run up that far post. And, boy, she just had all kinds of time. And just a great read there by the goalkeeper to come out, cut off the angle. But, wow, that was a good opportunity. Very good look for the Pioneers as they were looking to try and go up 2-0. Score still stands 1-0 on a goal by the freshman Charlie Pirtle. Less than 4 minutes into the game. And so far, the Pioneers just look to have their foot down on the pedal here. Not holding back. Cross.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Good little combo play coming in there.
Charlie Pirtle volleying. I can't even help me out here. Thank you.
I got you, Mike.
Picked the ball out of the air.
Yeah.
Great
As
effort.
it was flicked on by Madison McCarthy. So it was a good cross coming in from Stockhausen. Flicked back by McCarthy. Pirtle right there to volley it and just goes over the crossbar for yet another good look. So the Pioneers certainly feeling it here this evening and taking out their frustration from their loss here 2 days ago to Howell Central and looking to come back with a good victory here tonight. And, wow, it's certainly in their favor right now.
Yeah, Katie Stockhausen's speed on that far side is really paying off.
I wonder if the coaches stuck around and maybe she's showing off a little bit, be like, hey, coach, look what I can do. It was good to see all the coaches coming in to support the Pioneers there. And, of course, Coach Turner was there and was able to get some great photos with all of his soccer players, who he's immensely proud of. Good cross into the box there by Pirtle. Settled, but not shot on. Shot! And it goes right to the goalkeeper's hands. Grizzle with a shot on net.
8 shots in the first 9.5 minutes of this game.
But Coach Pat certainly beaming with pride.
And he should.
Absolutely. Absolutely. These are players that he's been coaching now for years and has great relationships with. Certainly proud of them. And, of course, his wife, Deb Turner, there taking pictures all the time and just grinning ear to ear as well. So it was a great day in Pioneer Nation. It was a great way to start the morning. It was an 8:30 ceremony here. And just wonderful job. And I would be remiss if I didn't give a quick shout out to Renee Moore, who actually has left the box here. But she put this event together and just did a fantastic job throwing it all together, getting all the athletes and coaches there, the stats, just kind of being the MC of the event as well. So great job, Renee. We certainly appreciate you and want you to know we certainly don't take your efforts for granted.
I couldn't attend, but it sounded like a nice event.
Mm-hmm. Light refreshments afterwards. I was lobbying for mimosas, but that fell on deaf ears, Mike.
Can't imagine why. But you mentioned Coach Turner. You know, he graduated from Duchesne in 2003 and went on to play at Westminster.
And Coach Turner just recently, last week, turning 40 years old. Happy birthday, Coach. And the Pioneers kind of stalling out in the middle of the field right now as Whitfield able to stop the play just a bit here. And Mike,
one of our vitals
all over.
Yeah, one of our vital statistics, right?
Wow.
No balls lost over the neighbor's fence.
That is hard to believe
for the season.
Hard to believe. Well, the season's young.
That's true.
I wish they'd keep those stats on STL preps. Most soccer balls lost. Duchesne's got to be up there towards the top, right?
Yeah. Yeah, last year the AD was sweating her budget a little bit. We had to buy so many replacement soccer balls.
Grizzle cutting up the middle. Beats 4 or 5 players, and finally they converge on her, and she's not able to get the shot off. But certainly doing some fancy footwork right up the middle there, trying to find an opening or look for McCarthy or whatever, but Whitfield doing a good job collapsing on her quickly. So good response by Whitfield here after giving up that early goal to the Pioneers. They've held their own, had a fantastic save from the goalkeeper, and some good defending plays here.
It's going to be a good battle between the midfielders. We're starting 3 sophomores at midfield, and they have several freshmen and sophomores as well. So be something to watch for.
Good play up the wing, starting with Smith to Stockhausen to McCarthy. Oh, and then a ball deflects off of Stockhausen and right into the hands of the goalkeeper for Whitfield. But that play starting all the way back here in midfield with Sarah Smith.
Nice ball.
Good step.
Find Aaliyah Krupich on the near side. See what Charlie has in her. She's such a strong player.
1v1. They just cannot keep up with her. As she cuts across the box, Saheda with a good shot low, but it's going to go left and out for a goal kick. Good little setup there.
Yeah, when Charlie has the ball at her feet, when she makes a move, she does it with conviction.
Mm-hmm.
There's no hesitancy on her part.
Correct. And that is, looks like she's being defended there by number 18, Sophia Wilson. Sophia is a senior.
Yeah, that's a good matchup.
And Pirtle certainly able to take the space. Has some great speed, explosive speed with the ball.
And size.
Which is so hard. And size, correct, for a freshman. Good shot across. Oh, man. No tip by the goalkeeper, they say, so it's going to be a goal kick. But, wow, that was a close one. 2 more subs coming in for the Pioneers. Number 15 and number 24, Allison Slattery, Emily Small.
10 shots.
10 shots already.
Mm-hmm. So scored on our 3rd shot of the game.
The goal by Pirtle coming 3.5 minutes into the game. Goal kick ensuing here for Whitfield. As the defender's looking for some open bodies and a lot of standing around right now. She's not going to get it. The coverage from the Pioneers is just too tight. And they're going to have to move their feet off the ball if they're going to want to be able to gain possession here. Pioneers, that's Smith to Stockhausen, far side. Stockhausen beats her man 1v1, and a big cross. Whoo! She ate her Wheaties this morning.
We have to remember, too, Whitfield has only 2 games in them. We have 5.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
You know, it's a difference maker, especially with a young team like Whitfield.
Mm-hmm. Got to have that time to gel, and that's what's even more important here for the Pioneers is, you know, take advantage of that aspect, right? We've got the wisdom on them, I guess, if you will, right? We got more games under our belt, and we're gelling better, so let's go ahead and take advantage of that now and get another win on the scoreboard.
Yeah, Duchesne started 4 seniors, a junior, 4 sophomores, and 2 freshmen. So we have a little bit more, a few more upperclassmen.
Smith working up the middle, looking left, finds Grizzle. Grizzle, good move. Krupich, near side. Pass a little off the mark there from Krupich, but she gains possession right back. And kind of a soft call here on a trip, so that is going to be against Krupich. It's going to be a Whitfield kick coming out. I'm okay with that. As long as it's called evenly for both teams, I'm fine with them keeping them safe. I would much rather see little calls like this than see a ref let the game get out of hand and then somebody gets hurt, right? These kids are out here to have fun. They certainly don't want to come off the field on a stretcher.
No, not at all.
And I know we chuckle a little bit, but I've seen that happen way too many times, both as a referee, as a coach, as a spectator, literally just ambulance driving on the field, down at the slides of fields. It is a terrible feeling.
Hate to see that.
Terrible feeling. Grizzle, good turn.
Look up. Plenty of time.
Smith.
There we go. They found a soft spot here where the left backs keep pushing up. Working hard over there.
Stockhausen.
Mm-hmm.
Good step. Grizzle out to Kammer. Kammer turns. Trails back. Good little give and go. Getting out of pressure. Unable to get past the second man, though. And a big chip forward from Whitfield. It's going to trickle into the box, and
good ball.
Denker doesn't even use her hands. She just finds her man, sends the pass up. Smith up the middle. McCarthy.
Nice. That away.
Slattery up the middle. Looking back for McCarthy. McCarthy receives. Top of the arch. And defended out. But the Pioneers not done yet. Coming across. That was Emily Small. Strikes it just to the right. Out of bounds for a goal kick. So I realized an error on my part there. Sorry, Brooke Kammerer. I was calling it as Sarah Smith earlier. That was Kammerer that was playing right back and got in there and started some of those fantastic plays for us on the right side where we'd see a lot of combos coming up to Stockhausen and beyond. So once again, Brooke Kammerer there right back. Got some fresh subs here for the Pioneers.
Something a little unique. Whitfield's captains are both sophomores. Yeah, number 12 is a center mid, Anna Huddy, and number 10, Lilia Long, who's a center back. Play in the middle of the field. They've got to be strong players, obviously.
Emma Lowe with the shot on goal there, just off the mark. Emily Small there had some good opportunities as well.
It's a lot of responsibility for 2 sophomores.
Certainly is.
Yeah.
I would think it would be difficult to command respect as an underclassman. But at the same time, when that's all you have on the team, really.
Well, and obviously they're leading by example, and
Sure.
I spoke with their parents before the game. Really nice people, and they're excited about the future. They realize they're young, and it's going to take some time.
Sure. So that was a handball against Small.
So let's keep an eye on number 10 and number 12 for Whitfield.
Smith, good turn. Looking up the middle. Slots a ball right in. Low on the ball, top of the box. Coming in. That was Slattery with a shot low. Defended out by Whitfield. And right back in by Saheda. Slattery once again.
Looking for a shot.
Top of the arc.
Mm-hmm.
Searching out wide. And the Pioneers creating all kinds of chaos right now for the Warriors. Kammerer on the ball. She gains the box. Cross. Oh, and just over the head of Emily Small and knocked out of bounds by Whitfield. Whew. If Emily had a stepladder right there, Mike, that would have been another donuts goal. Another cross coming in. Kammer left-footed. Right inside the box, and a shot by Lowe. Oh, and a great save by the goalkeeper. Tipped out of bounds for a corner kick now for the Pioneers. And we're going to have our first corner kick of the game.
We're being a little too unselfish up there in the forward line. I'd like to see a few of them just crack it.
Just do it.
Yeah,
exactly.
A few occasions we're trying to be too fine up there.
Well, I'm certainly liking these shots on net here by freshman Emma Lowe.
Yeah.
Coming out with confidence and looking to net her first career goal. Or what I believe to be her first career goal here.
Looks like somebody got banged up or a cramp for Whitfield on the other side. Our trainer's
going to cross over. Yep.
Displaying some nice hustle across the field there. Our trainer.
I noticed Coach Pat's not yelling at her to pick up the pace, so I'm going to have to assume you're right, Mike.
Well, we're leading 1-0, so just let that the clock stop. So it doesn't matter, I guess.
As the trainer attends to the down player for Whitfield, we are back underway. Cross coming in, good pace on it, and then knocked out of bounds by Small as she tried to put a left foot on it and angle it right back towards goal. But it just glances a little wide. So fresh substitution here for the Pioneers. Kammer coming off. Dunn is going to come over here to left back, and they're going to slide Krupich to the right back. Smith in the middle.
That was a nice turn.
Low on the ball. Top of the arc. Looks back. Finds Saheda. Slattery assisted by Pirtle. Turns.
Nice
Low
ball.
in the box. Oh, man. Low almost with a goal there. Had to sidestep one of the defenders. Loses the ball in the process, unfortunately. But, man, getting some looks.
Yeah. Nice through ball.
Welchko steps up. Great defensive play, holding the ball in the Pioneers' attacking side. Ball comes across. Krupich looking out wide. Finds Pirtle. Pirtle streaking. Cross. Oh, backdoor feed right to Small. Small unable to tap it in. But what a great-looking ball from Pirtle. Past the diving goalie.
You know, if she's got the ball on that side, it's coming across. So you get to that far post, right?
Wow.
You'd be able to get some, be able to cherry pick some goals there.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And Small was there, just unable to make contact with it. But great run there by Emily Small. Back post, recognizing exactly what Mike said. Mike, did you have a talk with her before the game? Is that how she knew what to do?
That's soccer 101, right? Get to that far post.
McCarthy to Pirtle. Pirtle crosses. Header on. Just wide there by Stockhausen.
So Whitfield's back line just keeps collapsing. So that really opens up some space for our midfielders. So on those crosses, if they pull them back, you're going to have 2 or 3 kids standing there wide open.
So as they reset here for the goal kick, I want to talk about our 3 players to watch for the Pioneers. First off, number 6, Katie Stockhausen, who we have seen quite a bit of here so far. She's got 2 goals, 2 assists for 6 points here on the season. Number 10, Charlie Pirtle, our goal scorer. She has also got 6 points on the season with 1 goal and 4 assists. And then to round out our top 3 to watch, number 11, Madison McCarthy, 2 goals, 1 assist for 5 points. So we're looking at 17 points between those 3 players right there. 2 seniors and a freshman doing a lot of damage in this early season.
And you mentioned Madison?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, she sort of surged here in the last few games.
Dunn finding Stockhausen near side. Stockhausen
nice
cutting
move.
Into the box. 1v1 with the goalie. Oh, she tips it just wide. Oh, she beat everyone except the goal.
You're going to see that one in your sleep.
Oh, man. What a great play by Stockhausen. Looking for her first goal of the night. Beats 2 defenders and the keeper. Don't want to take anything away from that goalkeeper, though. Coming off her line is what took away that angle there.
Yeah.
And sent that ball wide by Stockhausen.
But we had 2 on the backside. They just couldn't quite get to it.
Yeah.
Great work, though.
Very good. Saheda, now done. Back to Saheda.
Plenty of time. Keep the ball on the ground. Work it. Right?
They're going to go for a reset here. Play it back out wide. Krupich on the ball. Coming back to Meyer.
There you go.
Done.
Side to side.
Smith, not done. Saheda. Looking out wide. Pirtle unable to get a touch as it bounces over her foot, but wow, just picks up the speed. Keeps that in, and now she's tussling in the corner. Comes away with it inside the box. And that's going to go off her foot and out of bounds for a goal kick for the Warriors. All these opportunities, Mike, I'd like to see the Pioneers find the back of the net at least one more time this half, just so we don't start to get in a rut where, you can dominate possession all game and then give up a breakaway or something like that. And
it's about that finishing touch, right?
Changes the game. So I'd like to see him find the back of the net, get another goal on the board. We've got 14 minutes left in the first half for them to do so.
Sun's trying to poke out.
It's beautiful.
It's perfect weather. There you go.
Out wide. Dunn. Near side. Dunn looking for the cross up towards the middle there. Saheda with a good step to keep it in. Smith. Back to Welchko. Now to Dunn. Little 1-2-1. Beautiful move. Executed perfectly.
There you go.
And a wonderful ball to Stockhausen in the box. Stockhausen looking for the cross. Finds the cross.
Oh, off. Is she okay?
And she is good, and that's a Pioneer goal for Madison McCarthy.
What's that?
Oh, offsides. I wasn't even looking at the flag.
That was such a nice sequence. Started left back all the way up the field. Thought we had a goal there at the end.
So it looks like where they're placing this ball, Mike, it looks like it was actually Stockhausen that was off early in the play.
Well, they took their time to make that call, didn't they?
They certainly did. Or maybe we just took our time because we didn't want to pay attention to it. Hard to say. So what we thought was 2-0 is back to 1-0 on an early goal from Pirtle, 3.5 minutes into the game.
We've talked about this before, but Charlie Pirtle's parents own a fitness.
Emerge Fitness.
Yes, exactly right. And, she's so strong and fast, and it just shows, just being physically in shape, how much of an advantage that is for you.
We had a great conversation with them after the game the other day, right? Talking with the parents and just
we did
how much we appreciate her daughter here at Duchesne and
great
what
family.
She's doing for the soccer team. And, yeah, they are just wonderful people. So happy to have the Pirtles as part of the Duchesne family. And it's great people like them that keep us going for 100-plus years.
A trailer right there. There you go.
Pirtle, back to Smith. Smith turning, looking in the middle. Got the cross, got Dunn. Dunn's got time. Dunn with the shot. Save, goalkeeper.
So I'm talking about having those midfielders are wide open.
I'm impressed with the hands here of Natalie Schmidt, the goalkeeper for Whitfield. She has been able to make some good saves. Doesn't give up. Hardly any rebounds.
Nice pass. So Whitfield needs to connect better. When the ball goes up to their forwards, their midfield, everybody needs to move up in unison. They're leaving way too much space, and it's hard to connect. They're putting their forwards out on an island when they do that.
So we had a light trip against the Whitfield there. Advantage was played as the Pioneers held on to possession here. Dunn. It's going to stroll off her foot out of bounds for a throw-in for Whitfield. And another substitution coming now for the Pioneers. Kammerer coming back into the game.
So I want to say congratulations to Brian Gould.
Yeah.
Who won the election for Ward 7. There you go. City council person, and he beat the incumbent by 5 votes.
5 votes. That blows my mind.
Cast out of 1,500, so.
Blows my mind.
Yeah. Graduate of Duchesne. His parents went here, his aunts and uncles, and long string of relatives that matriculated through Duchesne.
And Brian and his whole family, they're just great people. I've dealt with him now for a number of years. He's very active in the St. Charles Lions and the Oktoberfest that happens down here every end of September. Super nice people. I was at their campaign kickoff party there at the Knights of Columbus when he announced that just a few short months ago. And yeah, so congratulations to Duchesne graduate Brian Gould. Certainly proud of you. And whatever city money you want to funnel towards Duchesne, we'll take it. McCarthy streaking up far side, inside the box, defended well though, kept out. As she comes back with it, picks her pocket, cross, bobbling ball, middle of the box. Pirtle kind of backstepping awkwardly and goes down as she's trying to take the shot. Grizzle, and that just trickles to Schmidt.
Yeah, Brian will do a great job.
Yes, he will.
And the guy that was in before, Mike Flandermeyer, the incumbent, he did a wonderful job for his residents. But I know Brian will continue that tradition.
And we're certainly proud of him, as he's part of the Duchesne family. And now we have an obstruction call here against Krupich.
I agree with you, though, what you said earlier. We need to bear down and finish some of these chances now. Can't get too complacent.
Less than 9 to play in the first half here as Pioneers lead Whitfield by a score of 1-0 on an early goal, 3.5 minutes in by Charlie Pirtle. And it really has been all Pioneers.
And Jason, being so close to these residents and these neighboring homes, do you smell that barbecue? I did not have dinner, and it's making me. I may want to leave here in just a moment.
Right.
Go visit the neighbor.
Don't leave me just yet, Mike. I need you, buddy.
Man, it smells good.
Well, you see this open pack of granola bar, Fig Newton bar here. That's my dinner here so far.
Let's close the window so we don't have to. She's off.
Smith
way
looking
off.
for Grizzle, who is a mile off sides. Yeah, even Nani saw that one up here in the booth. So from 200 feet away, we can tell that one.
Seven and a half minutes almost left in the first half.
Indirect kick coming for Whitfield. Captain to take. Lobbed up the middle. Smith out to Dunn. Looking up. Grizzle. Good turn by Grizzle. Sending it wide. Pirtle streaking on. Pirtle steps in front. Takes the ball. Near side. Shot on. Great save by Schmidt.
Great save. That was a great save.
Wow. Schmidt has been in the right spot every time except for once.
Yeah. She's done a great job.
She's done a fantastic job in net for Whitfield.
Taking on some point-blank shots.
So here we go with our second corner kick of the evening for the Pioneers. Leah Krupich subbing off. Corner kick coming in. Pirtle. Low to Smith. Oh, Smith was swing and a miss. Out to Grizzle. Grizzle.
There you go.
Kind of deflected off of one of the Whitfield players and spun awkwardly in the box, and Schmidt reads it well. Scoops it up. And the punt. Near side, Dunn to Smith. Smith, good ball up to Stockhausen. Stockhausen got a good battle here in the corner. Gains the box. Trying to roll it out. Good shot on there by Stockhausen as she was contemplating trying to let that ball roll out for the corner, realizing it didn't have the momentum, so she struck back in put it on her right foot. Put a shot in, but Schmidt there to make the save.
I don't see your number, but that was good work also by the Whitfield defender. Number 2, maybe? Lila Bell.
That pass off the mark there by Whitfield. 12. She was pressured by Pirtle.
That was Anna Huddy that had some good work back there for Whitfield. Co-captain. Talked about her earlier, sophomore.
Mm-hmm. Yep. McCarthy pressuring. Nowhere to go but out for the defender for Whitfield. So here come the Pioneers with numbers. 5 minutes remaining on the clock for the first half of action as Pioneers host the Whitfield Warriors here at Frank Barrow Stadium. McCarthy, edge of the box. Smith with the cross. Oh, and that one. Not quite sure who it deflected off of, but just a slow trickler to Schmidt, who's there to scoop it up.
I'd like to see us ratchet up the intensity a little bit here.
Well, a goal would certainly do that for us, Mike.
Yeah, just
bring up that energy level just a little bit.
Right.
Pioneers certainly playing one heck of a game. Slattery, great ball out wide. It's going to die in the corner. Pirtle's going to get to it. Pirtle with the cross. And defended out. Kammer on the ball. 1v1. Shielding. Finds her trail. And they are going to call that a Whitfield ball coming out there. So apparently that ball bouncing off of Meyer. As Meyer's now on a foot race. Trailing back. Smart play. Playing back to Danker in net. And Danker with the heavy clear. All the way up to midfield. Grizzle.
Yep.
And Grizzle's going to take down a player inadvertently. So a foul against the Pioneers here with just 3.5 left to play in the first half.
Hey, Mike. We've been joined by Mike Hollander, the Duchesne baseball coach.
I'm pretty sure he's a state champ, isn't he?
He didn't want to go on air, so he disappeared. Great coach. Does a great job up here. Yeah, state champ last year. Huge proponent for Duchesne and constantly doing everything he can for the parents, the students, and the whole Duchesne community. And he's a donor. That's right.
That's right. Katie Welchko there with a great header. Getting that ball out of danger here for the Pioneers. Working things up the field.
Third corner kick, first half.
And that is Pirtle that will be taking it far side. Pioneers, 4 attackers in the box. Smith, McCarthy, Slattery.
Stockhausen right on the goalie.
Stockhausen on the goalie.
Okay.
Low ball coming in. Oh, wow. And it goes off the football goal and straight down to the top of the soccer net. Unfortunately, out of bounds, so a goal kick ensuing for Whitfield. But, wow. Had one of those last game as well.
I think if I'm Whitfield, I'll start substituting, try to run that time off the clock and go into the locker room with, down by 1.
Mm-hmm. So if you go out partying too much tonight, make sure you call Coach Hollander, Hollander Legal.
Great lawyer.
And that shot well high there off McCarthy's foot. Pioneers still leading this game. Score 1-0. 1:30 left to play. First half action. Frank Barrow Stadium.
17 shots on goal by Duchesne. One goal scored.
17 shots. Wow.
Yeah.
That is a
got to convert some of those.
Offensive explosion right there. Be nice to just, like Mike said, convert a few of those. Grizzle steps in. Stockhausen looking for the feed to McCarthy, and it does not find its way through.
A little congested on the side by the Warrior defense.
Plays back to Dunn, to Smith. Smith in the middle.
Nice.
Great turn. Looking across the middle as well. Slattery to Dunn. Dunn with yet another cross. And Mike, I think this goes back to your whole point of we need somebody to be a little more selfish here.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some good passing, but we're doing too much of that in dangerous areas. We need to just hammer a few more shots on net there.
And we're starting running into each other's areas. You know, you need to spread out a little bit and create some space and some slots up on the offense, up on the front. We're having a tendency to bunch up, and then, you know, it's drawing defenders to you, to the ball.
Good step there by Dunn. As the clock winds down, and we are going to go into the locker room 1-0.
Yeah, pretty much dominated by Duchesne. The shots, 17 for Duchesne, 0 for Whitfield. 3 corner kicks for Duchesne, 0 for Whitfield. So our goalies only touched the ball 5 times this first half.
So as we go into the locker room here, let's take a moment and hear from some of our sponsors.
Arch Material and Handling of St. Louis has one of the largest inventories of pre-owned pallet racking and warehouse equipment in the nation. We work with clients of all sizes, small and large businesses, as well as individuals with very exclusive needs. Visit their website at archmaterial.com.
Hollander Legal has been committed to providing exceptional legal assistance and protection to families and businesses in the St. Charles community since 2019. Their specialized focus in estate planning, probate, and elder law ensures exceptional care and expertise in managing assets, wills, trusts, and legal matters for you. Call 636-442-4670 or visit hollanderlegal.com and ensure that your loved ones are protected. Hollander Legal, your trusted estate planning and probate legal team.
From strategy to execution, Worldwide Technology helps organizations across industries solve their most pressing challenges through innovative technology solutions, empowering business to take on the challenges of tomorrow. They leverage more than 30 years of experience to help propel the globe's largest and most innovative organizations forward. Find them online at wwt.com.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
The Zach Plaquemire State Farm Insurance Agency is here to help with car insurance, commercial auto insurance, home insurance, renter's insurance, life insurance, and more. Their office opened in 2016 to serve customers in Florissant and St. Charles, as well as surrounding St. Louis County with all their insurance and financial service needs. Zach is a State Farm Chairman Circle agent, which represents the top 3% of agents across the nation. Contact them today by calling 314-921-7900 to see how they can help you and your family.
All right, we're going to go ahead and take a moment here before the action started here at Frank Barrow Stadium. I was able to catch up with senior Katie Stockhausen and talk to her a little bit about her signing of her NLI today to play collegiate soccer for the St. Charles County Community College Cougars.
All right, folks, we are alongside the pitch as we start our warm-ups, preparing to host Whitfield. And I've got senior Katie Stockhausen with me. And Katie, I want to take a moment and focus not necessarily on the soccer here, but the soccer moving forward as you made your national letter of intent today, signed that, and getting ready to go to St. Charles Community College. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, I'm excited to start a new chapter and just continue like what I love doing. And yeah.
So the coaches there obviously in contact with you, and then they were able to come out today for the actual signing of the letter. What was kind of going through your head as you were sitting there signing and just kind of thinking about your years behind you, years in front of you? What are the thoughts going through your mind at that moment?
I was kind of just like proud of myself because like I accomplished so much, and like just moving forward with my coaches and everything, how much they did for me and how much they did for me in the past and what they're going to do for me like in the future with SCA, and yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we're certainly going to be keeping an eye on you after your time here at Duchesne is over and as you move on at the collegiate level. So congratulations once again. That's Katie Stockhausen signing her NLI today to go play for the St. Charles County Community College Cougars. Congrats, Katie.
Thank you.
So that was senior Katie Stockhausen signing her NLI this morning and doing that with 5 other seniors. Scotty Alberson signing with Truman State University. And then 4 soccer players signing with State Fair Community College. That's Declan Fuchs, Luke Fink, Gianni Bolanos, and Trevor Boschard. So congratulations to all 6 of those athletes. All 6 happen to be soccer players. They were joined this morning by Brendan Donovan, who had signed his NLI earlier in the year to go play for Benedictine for the Ravens. So we are proud of all of them. And fun stat, Mike, that kind of popped out there when we were talking. I was talking with Renee. There are 15 seniors that have signed their NLI to play out of 75, right? So that's a pretty good percentage, right?
Sure.
And of the 15, 8 of them are for soccer. That's incredible.
Yeah, it is.
That's just incredible.
Well,
so
speaks to the quality of our program here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just it's so much fun. So great job there by Coach Pat, keeping them going here for 4 years at Duchesne, obviously finding them. And a great way that that happens here at Duchesne High School is these kids come up and they participate as grade schoolers in the soccer camps and all the different sports camps. So now we've got aviation. We've got so many different camps. But specifically for these players, they all came up here as young athletes in grade school and just enjoyed their time with the current high schoolers and with Coach Pat and his whole coaching staff. And, wow, here we are. You know, he's got multiple state championships under his belt now, very, very strong teams moving forward, and has really built a program that is something to be proud of here at Duchesne.
Yeah, we have some good, talented young players on this girls team. You know, they're going to be good for a while. So, you know, I know Coach Turner's, you know, we talked about this earlier, but I'm sure he's very proud of those kids, not only because he's their coach, but also he's a graduate of Duchesne, like we spoke about before. So,
Yeah, so Pioneer Nation certainly celebrating with all of these future graduates. And speaking of Pioneer Nation, let's kind of change gears just a little bit because I'm sure their names
Can
will
I say
show
one
up.
thing while you're talking about those kids?
Yeah.
Congratulations to the parents, too, because they did a great job of raising those kids. They're all really, really good kids. So,
and really,
congrats.
Really
kudos
good
to the parents.
Yeah, especially the Boscherts. Those people are fantastic.
Well, we'll let that slide, but okay. But no, but seriously, those groups of parents are real supportive of Duchesne. You see them in the stands. They're up here for all the events. And, kudos to them.
And all the countless hours they spent at soccer practices or sitting in a car while a thunderstorm passes so you can get back out and play some more. And could not agree more. But as I was saying with Pioneer Nation, we're going to give a huge shout out to Mike Didion for a wonderful donation. He and his wife donated a beautiful LED sign here that is at the corner of Duchesne and Elm. If you have not been by campus here recently, this just went up in the past week or two. And what a fantastic addition for Duchesne. And we're able to now really kind of start getting the word out there almost immediately, right? Just with the click of a button, we can have things scrolling across there and hit just thousands of cars every day with pertinent info.
Yeah, state of the art.
So huge donation there from the Didions. We certainly appreciate you, and any way we can support you further, we would be happy to. But glad to see the Duchesne community giving back to the school.
So I'm on the board of directors up here, and we had a meeting just here recently, and Duchesne has spent hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars on this facility, and a lot of it you don't see because it's inside. But there's a lot of good things going on campus here.
Yeah, I like the virtual reality classes now that we offer, and I believe there's going to be some anatomy in that as well. Now we do have a state of the art anatomy board, which is just second to none. There's only 2 of them in the entire state of Missouri, is my understanding.
The other one's at UMSL.
Other ones at UMSL, exactly. So we've got that. But then how neat would that be, right? I mean, I think we've talked about this maybe on air, maybe off air, Mike, but, you know, the worst part about dissecting a frog is smelling the frog, right? It's terrible. And it's a smell that, I mean, it was 30 plus years ago that I did that, but my Lord, my nose, I can still smell it, right?
Formaldehyde.
Yeah, exactly. How neat would it be to just throw on these goggles and then you can go in there and you know, still do the dissection and stuff, but really kind of see things and open it up and kind of get even more immersed in the not that you want to see guts. Nani's over there just shrieking.
She's turning green. But you know,
you can understand things better.
You can't even describe this piece of equipment. It defies description. You have to see it. It's unbelievable.
You really do.
And it was not cheap. This thing was very, very expensive. But in fact, we had a physician that graduated from here, and he took a tour and saw it. And he said it would have come in handy for him a number of times just as a reference.
Wow.
And he was being serious.
Yeah.
So, it's state of the art. So we're excited to have it.
And that's just one piece of it, right? There are so many neat things that if you only drive by the buildings here at campus, you're never going to notice because you're not going in the door. So we invite you to come in when we have open houses. And if that doesn't work for your schedule, call up to the office. We have dozens of people that would be happy to take you on a tour and show you all the neat things that are going on up here. Maybe you're just an alumni that's curious. Maybe you've got a grade schooler that is looking for a high school. Come up to Duchesne, check us out because it is very, very exciting. We've added robotics. We've added just an amazing esports program. Holy cow. The old library now with all the big screens up on the wall. And I mean, every gaming system you can name, right? They're all there.
Enrollment's surging. Our financial contributions are way, way up. Donations. It's a good time to be a pioneer. That's for sure.
It is. Unfortunately, the pay for the broadcasting booth here has taken quite the hit. You know, we went from 0 to 0.
I think we need to unionize. What do you think?
And we are back underway. Frank Barrow Stadium, your Pioneers hosting the Whitfield Warriors.
Sweet. That was sweet. Allison Slattery operating there in the midfield. Nice footwork.
Grizzle up the middle.
Stay on.
Grizzle looking to feed a ball out wide. Pirtle. And that one tapped on, actually off of one of the defenders there, Sophia Wilson. Able to get a foot on that to keep Pirtle from receiving that on her foot.
This might be a challenging season for Whitfield being so young, but they have a really good past few years. Last year they were third place in state in Class 2. And let's see here. 2022 they were state champs. 2023 they were third place. 2024 they were third place. So they've done really well in the last 3 years.
Kammerer on the ball as the Pioneers cycled it. Back. That was Meyer. Up to Grizzle. Grizzle up the wing, looking for Stockhausen. And that's going to take a bounce to the right, go out of bounds. Throw in for Whitfield.
Soccer's such a much easier game to play when you keep it simple. Keep the ball on the ground, keep the ball moving side to side, communicate. It's not that hard, but at least not from up here, right?
Well, of course not. From two middle-aged overweight guys, it's not that hard at all.
I'm winded just walking from here to my car after the game.
I need a nap after every game.
We had a really, really good sequence early in the first half, about midway through, where we were knocking the ball from side to side of the field, really opened things up.
Good throw in there, Kammerer. Saheda. Oh, shot on, and Schmidt with the save. Grizzle just wide. Saheda with a golden opportunity, and Schmidt reads that play perfectly, comes out.
If it wasn't for Natalie Schmidt in goal, it'd be 4-0 right
wow,
now.
She's having a good night.
We've seen some good goaltending.
We certainly have. We have tested a lot of really good goalkeepers here. And it's fun to watch, right? It's a good back and forth battle when you have talented players like we do and talented players like they do, and you get to see all the different aspects And especially these point-blank shots, which we have had multiple this evening.
Swing it,
and
there you go.
Schmidt up to the task here.
Yeah,
Fire.
she's doing a great job.
Dunn, far side. Dunn looking up, sends a ball to the corner for Pirtle. Pirtle with the touch, cuts back. Cross. Bouncing ball coming across. Stockhausen with it. Stockhausen with the shot. Stockhausen scores! Pioneer goal! Katie Stockhausen.
Makes it 2-0.
Pioneer goal scored by number 6, Katie Stockhausen. Wow, that was a wonderful goal. Right where Mom keeps the or Grandma keeps the cookies. Top corner, top shelf.
She did a nice job.
Woo! Beautiful shot by Stockhausen. Puts the Pioneers up by 2 now. A little more comfortable lead, but you could hear Coach Pat saying, right as the Pioneers are resetting and getting ready for the restart, he's like, the next 5 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's keep our foot on the gas. Don't allow Whitfield to get back into this game.
Both goals were scored 3.5 minutes into the half. Exactly.
Well, I certainly hope that is not a strategy, but more a coincidence. Slattery. Out back to Dunn. Dunn back to Slattery.
Number 15, Allison Slattery. She's having a nice game.
She is.
She's really controlling the middle. She's got her head up, looking for her teammates. Nice job.
Kammer bouncing it off one of the attackers there for Whitfield. Smart play. And a quick restart throw in there by Kammer. And we've got McCarthy streaking just inside the box. Ball comes bouncing out to Kammer. Kammer, shot blocked.
Good recovery.
Back on the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Good speed there as she gets taken down. Good sportsmanship there by Whitfield as she's apologizing and patting on Kammer's back as they're both climbing up off the ground. So Stockhausen now.
Where's she going with this, Jason?
I think she's going to go far post. I don't think she's going to go for the shot, though. I think we're going to have a couple of runners streaking on. Oh, and she's going to cross it not even close to the far post. And that's going to go out. Pirtle streaking back. Good effort by Pirtle there to keep it from going for a goal kick. She does concede the throw in, but helps to pin Whitfield down in their own end there. Wonderful effort by Charlie Pirtle.
So we need a couple of wins. Right now we're sitting at 8th place in district. It's a long season. We got a lot of games left, but certainly don't want to go into districts in the 8th place. Moberly's 5-2, Orchard Farm 3-0, Winfield 4-3. The rest are tied, and then we're at 2-3. But we're going to rectify that situation here over the next week or two.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be a tough district. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch there, and I believe it is actually Orchard Farm that's going to be hosting districts.
I think you're right.
Ball bouncing in the middle. Pirtle. Just inside the box. Now just outside the box. Cuts back. Finds Dunn. Dunn. Top of the box. Crossing. Now Grizzle. Grizzle kind of getting shoved down there. No call. And Kammer is going to step right in. Scoop that ball right up. Finds Slattery. A lot of dancing in the middle here. I'd like to see a little more direct. Here we go with Kammer. Far side. She's going to get the shot off.
But, I'm not going to take issue with Allison Slattery because when you have the ball at your feet and you've got a couple people kicking at your ankles, it's incumbent upon your teammates to talk to you and communicate.
Correct.
I'm here. I'm open, So
correct.
It's important to communicate when your teammates sort of tied up like that.
Just noticed a pattern, though, of, getting to the top of the box and going sideways a lot, right? And I would like to see us maybe
north and south.
A little more north and south, exactly.
Yeah, we've got the speed to do it.
Mm-hmm. So the goaltender, Schmidt, came out trying to make that save on that shot by Kammerer and actually missed the ball. So it did go out for a goal kick. And then Stockhausen here kind of bodied off the ball, but touches it as it goes out. And it's going to be a throw in now for Whitfield.
We were talking about Whitfield losing their scoring punch from last year. 12 seniors graduated. I believe, and speaking with one of the parents, that one of their players went to Mizzou on a soccer scholarship. But they beat Parkway West last season 2-1 in overtime. This season they lost to Parkway West 8-0. So that sort of shows you that their team has turned over a little bit. It's a young team. You're gonna go through those trials and tribulations.
Welchko out wide to Dunn. Dunn with a little bit of a heavy touch goes out on the sideline. It's going to be a throw in for Whitfield.
So we had a game last week against Villa Duchesne?
Wow,
was that a barn burner or what?
Did we ever?
Finished regulation 5-5. 8 of the goals were scored on the same end of the field. The wind was just it
was incredible.
Blasting in one direction. 8 of those 10 goals were scored in the west end of the field.
We had a thunderstorm. Oh, there it goes! And we have lost our first ball of the season.
Over the fence.
Pioneer Nation, step up. We're going to need some donations to buy some new gear.
But yeah, that was quite a game, wasn't it? And Maddie Danker, she came up big.
Yeah, that was incredible. 2 saves and PKs to win by a score of 6-5 at PKs. Now, those went straight to PKs. We did not do any overtime because not only did that game have 10 regulation goals, we also had a thunderstorm. We had hail, lightning.
45-minute wait or so? Yeah. 45-minute wait to play, 5 minutes in the second half?
Exactly. But, hey, it was worth the wait and an exciting finish for Pioneer Nation. Kammerer with a great job there, cutting off the attacker for Whitfield.
Pioneers showed excellent resilience in that game. We were down 5-2 after the first half, and we came back and tied at 5-5 and then won in penalty kicks. So good job to the Pioneers.
Smith triple teamed and still comes away with the ball, finds it up the corner. Small. Oh, right into the side of the net with a good strike by Emily Small.
5th shot of the second half.
Whew. Let's go back to a second here. Middle of the field where Sarah Smith receives the ball. She's got 3 warriors on her, and she is turning and cutting, and then she just explodes out of there with the ball and sends just a perfectly weighted ball right up in front of Small, who has another nice opportunity. Good look at net. Way to go, Sarah Smith. Having a fantastic game this evening. Good ball to the corner. Stockhausen crosses. McCarthy in the box. McCarthy left-footed.
Nice.
She scores! Madison McCarthy puts the Pioneers up 3-0. Pioneer goal scored by number 11, Madison McCarthy.
And Jason, we're seeing a demonstration of what we saw in the Villa game. 5 goals, 5 different scores tonight. 3 goals, 3 different scores. Yeah. It's nice to have that balance.
And it's, as an opposing coach, wow, is it hard to plan your attack or plan your defense when you're looking for somebody to man mark? Well, if we have all these players that can score, who do you put your man on,
That's right.
Now you start playing zone defense.
Yeah, got to play honestly, right? Straight up defense.
Yep. Breaking through Small, far side, still on it. And that's going to go out for a corner. It is very hard to tell as the referee is not giving any normal direction there. He's kind of pointing towards the side.
Yeah, corner kick.
And it is a corner kick. Mm-hmm. Okay. I was rather confused there for a second. So Slattery on the ball. Corner kick ensuing.
As a player, you just run over and grab it and start running to the corner. Put it down.
Whitfield attempting to clear. And that's going to go off a Pioneer and out of bounds for a goal kick. And that is the first goal kick of the half here for Duchesne. They already have 6 shots on net. 2 goals. Stockhausen and McCarthy here in the second half. Pirtle scoring right now what would be the game winner. The first goal in the first half, 3 minutes into the game. Oh, and the ball rolls off of her foot. Here comes the defense. Coming back, Kammerer on the ball. Good defensive play there by Kammerer. Able to get her foot on it and body her person off the ball.
Like NASCAR, man. A little bumping and...
Rubbin's racing.
Yep.
So as the ball kind of bounces over, the Pioneer defender kind of scramble back. Able to make up a little bit of space here with our good speed on the back line, and then good, strong defending there by Brooke Kammerer.
So we're back here on Friday night against Father Tolton. That
Correct.
Was the game that was canceled. We hated for them to drive down from Columbia, Missouri on a bad weather night, and I think that was a good decision.
A good call.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I'm not really familiar. I haven't looked into their schedule and what they've been doing so far, but I know in the past they can be a tough team to face.
So Coach Pat, trading Saheda for Slattery as the ball gets knocked out the side there. Bounces off the fence, so we remain at 1 lost ball far this evening.
You might, Jason, touch on the 24th with Nathan and St. Dominic.
That is a good call there, Mike. Yeah, we've got April 24th, so a little time here, another couple weeks, and we will be hosting St. Dominic as we go up the side there. Near side, crossed on. Oh, Schmidt there able to make the save. And that was Riley McCormick that comes up the side. So for anybody that has been watching the news at all, I'm sure you have heard of Officer Spieth. And he is a Duchesne alum and a very vital part of Duchesne community and Duchesne soccer, as he and his twin brother, Nick, both soccer players, and Nick actually coaching up here as well. So on the 24th of April, when we host St. Dominic, we're going to have a special night where we will be raising funds for Officer Spieth and trying to help him in his recovery. And I would assume that he's going to try and make an appearance here, but I do not have confirmation of that as of yet.
I heard that he might be going to Walter Reed for treatment.
Okay.
And, he was involved in an unfortunate circumstance as a St. Louis City police officer, and we wish him the best. But it'll be a fundraising night for him, and I believe we'll have probably some firefighters and police officers here, and a big crowd because we'll be playing St. Dominic, and
correct.
So it'll be a good night in honor of him.
So we are certainly thinking about you.
Nice
Officer
young man.
Spieth. Hopefully good, speedy recovery, right, as you kind of adjust to your new normal here. And we hope to see you on the sidelines and in the stands here soon.
And we mentioned this before. A year ago, 2 years ago, he was shot.
Yep.
He was shot in the other leg.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Man, it's just tough. But
he's
a strong guy, and I know he's going to come out of it fine. But it's you just hate to see it.
Yeah. You see people that run away from danger. I'd be one of them. I'm going to tell you that right now, right? But you look at the Spieth brothers, firefighter and police officer, those are two guys that don't run away from the danger. They run towards it and go do everything they can to help, and we certainly appreciate that. So ball played up there. Schmidt comes off of her line, scoops it up before Lowe is able to get on it and try and get a shot off. That one headed out of bounds by Saheda as it takes a couple bounces, but it also stays on campus here so far.
So, Jason, we're in our 6th game tonight of the season. What improvements have you seen from Duchesne?
Well, So I do like the movement of the ball. It seems like we are moving very, very well. But I go back to I want to see more selfishness and more opportunities, or at least us taking the opportunities to try and finish it and put it in the back of the net. I think we're trying to get maybe a little too cute at times when all we need to do is just turn and blast it. So nothing bad ever comes of you taking a shot on goal. Brought down. Near side. McCormick. Into Smith. Back out to McCormick. And knocked out of bounds by Whitfield.
And the Whitfield Lady Warriors are still playing hard. Got to give them credit.
Yes, they are. So, Mike, I'll turn it around and ask you the same question. What are you seeing? What are you liking here on Game 6?
I like our spacing. I think it's a lot better than when we started the season. Again, that can be attributed to, inserting some new players in the lineup and getting used to playing with each other. But I think our spacing, we're connecting better. And as you said, we're looking up and looking for a teammate on passes. And I think that's improved a great deal since the beginning of the season. Players started settling into their positions, too.
Sure. McCormick. Wide. Coming across. Saheda's right there for the tap-in and just can't stretch quite far enough to bring it in. Wow. And she's way too young for this reference, but if Saheda could have said, go, gadget legs, and just reached out a little bit more, Pioneers would have gone up by a score of 4-0, but we still stay at 3-0. Pioneers hosting Whitfield on a beautiful April evening here at Frank Barrow Stadium on the campus of Duchesne High School. McCormick, good header right back into the middle.
Do we know anything about the Archer Farm tournament yet? Schedule? We do.
First round at Zumwalt North against Zumwalt North. Okay. Ooh, we get to host a game. Nice.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to be hosting St. Pius here next Wednesday because we cannot play on Holy Thursday. So, wow. A little fortunate twist here as we will gain another home game for the Pioneers. Low coming off.
So we're talking the 16th, Wednesday the 16th, we're here.
McNave coming on for the Pioneers.
What time?
So Mike is gathering info here from Renee Moore about the Orchard Farm tournament, but we do know our opponents and our schedule. Here we go, and it's a little tap-in Pioneer goal. Emily Small finding the back of the net. Pioneers go up by a score of 4-0.
Okay. And they're out of St. Genevieve? Or Festus, okay.
Pioneer goal scored by number 24, Emily Small.
So, Jason, we play Father Tolton this Friday, and then next Wednesday is our next home game. That would be the 16th, Wednesday, against St. Pius of Festus at 5 o'clock. That would be part of the Orchard Farm tournament.
Small, again, to Saheda. Attacking third, bringing it back across to Saheda. So, Mike, I mentioned something to our fearless leader, our athletic director here. As Sarah Smith streaks inside the box looking for the shot. Gets the cross off to McCormick. And still not quite out of danger here. As the Pioneers threatening again, and now it's cleared out. But I mentioned something to Renee that I have put in a phone call to a person I think you are familiar with. His name is Mr. Paul Boschert.
Never heard of him.
Never. So waiting to hear back from him. But if he is able to fill my shoes on Friday, it is our last fish fry at St. Cletus. And I am an avid fryer up there. Try to get there as often as I can. So if he's able to fill in, then he'll be your cohort. If not, then I will tell the fish fry, hey, you guys just need to postpone or something. And I'll get to you when I get to you because
what time
do you guys leave these ladies down.
What time do you start frying?
So I usually get there at 2. We start frying. Well, start up the fryers at 3.
So regardless of whether you're frying or up here, you need to bring some fish.
Some
for
fresh
us.
fish.
Right.
McCormick with the cross. Mack on the back post. And it's a tap in once again for the Pioneers. Emily Small with her second of the night.
Emily Small on a heater. That's her second goal in a row.
Pioneer goal scored by number 24, Emily Small.
It's 2 goals in 2 minutes for Emily.
So, Mike, we were talking in the first half how we'd like to see a little more offense from the Pioneers, and let's not sit back and keep this a 1-0 game. Well, they have certainly come out here in the second half with Coach Pat giving that exact same information to them because they have scored 4 goals here in the second half, and now the Pioneers lead 5-0. 18:23 left to play in regulation. Grizzle tracking back. And a heavy touch is going to go all the way back to Danker, who's going to scoop it up and punt it out. And I got to say, Mike, I really like the color of Danker's kit. That is cool.
Stands out.
It really does. And the blues and greens have always kind of defied me a little bit, and that one looks like a blue-green. So I don't know what it is. Teal?
I don't know.
I just don't know.
Teal?
I think it's teal. There's the official call from the fearless athletic director from Duchesne High School.
And Duchesne graduate.
Yep.
What year did you graduate? Do you want to share that with us? Huh? 86.
86. So the ball boy's making the difference. I thought they looked a little familiar. Hunter Dotson, Bennett Borgmeyer, ball boys here for the game.
Offsides.
Well, it certainly looked like an offsides, but the flag hasn't gone up yet.
He was trailing a little bit.
And Grizzle there with the foul.
So do they get service hours for doing that? Working the silent ball boys? No?
No, they just get a big old pat on the back. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's certainly nice of them to step up and help out. So we're gonna give them partial credit on the 4 goals of the second half.
Well, let's face it. If they weren't doing that, they'd be sitting in the stands cheering on the girls. So
right. So bouncing ball coming in off of McCormick. She's still attacking, and a heavy touch going out of bounds here. Throw coming for the Pioneers. 16:30 left to play. Second half action. Pioneers leading Whitfield by a score of 5-0. And that scoring started early this game, 3.5 minutes into the first half.
And talking a little bit about how the fortunes have changed for Whitfield with all those graduations, the last 2 games we played against them, we lost both games. We lost last year in the Archer Farm tournament 6-1, and then in the districts 5-0. It's hard to take. It's hard to graduate 12 seniors and not see the effects of that.
Yep. When you graduate 12, you're going to see it, and that's exactly what we're going to see when the Pioneer boys take over here in the fall. Right after we're going to graduate 12, so we're going to certainly feel the effects of that. Yeah. I am very hopeful though, because unlike this Whitfield squad that we're looking at right now, right, that is super heavy on the freshmen and sophomores, we do have a good number of juniors and sophomores that have significant play time that they're going to bring that experience to the pitch from game 1, right? They don't have to try and
start from scratch.
Right. Exactly.
And for the coach, he'll have a better idea of where they should belong on the field too, by having that experience.
So Mack on the attack there. Mack on the ball, looking back. McCormick with the shot. left-footed, and it curls wide of the post.
You know, and Whitfield has a proud soccer history. You know, the girls have been good for the last 3 years, as I was mentioning. The boys have 8 state championships. They've placed, second place, three times, third place a time. You know, so yeah, they should be proud of their soccer background. But
and a wonderful facility.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I love going there. The field is in immaculate shape. It's one of those fields, you know, kind of like Priory and all that as well, that, you know, Coach Pat always said, I'm happy to let them host.
Yeah.
They've got wonderful facilities, and we love to play on them. And we don't mean any disrespect here to Frank Barrow Stadium, but when you spend the kind of money they do on the grass, you're going to have certainly one heck of a product.
And I want to give a shout out to the forward for Whitfield, Bray Jackson. There she is going. She's been working really hard up there. Sort of the Lone Ranger for quite a bit of the time.
Slattery bouncing off the defenders, coming away with the ball far side. Still has it, looking for the cross. Finds Smith. Smith cuts, looking for the feed. Doesn't quite get through. Coming up, shot on, and right into the hands of Schmidt. And that was Katie Welchko stepping up from defense to put a shot on net.
I don't believe Whitfield's had a shot on goal this half, and Duchesne has 10, and 3 of those resulted in goals. A little too strong
Heavy
there.
touch out wide by Reagan Potts there.
Another senior for Duchesne.
Welchko unable to get to it, yeah. So throw in here for the Warriors. Max sends a ball through. 2 Pioneers flanking the defender for the Warriors, and she has nowhere to go but out with that ball.
That sophomore Claire Stewart played the ball out. Probably listened to her keeper saying, you know,
Yep.
You got your back to your opponents. That's what you got to do, I guess.
Crossed in. Pioneers unable to hold on to it. That was Lainey Fuchs on the far side. Fuchs is offsides. So going over and back on that play, because I thought for a second that she looked like she was in an onside position, but over and back, I mean, she was offsides when it was touched. So it's going to be an indirect free kick for the Warriors coming out. 12 minutes left to play, second half action. Pioneers leading the Warriors 5-0.
The near sideline official, Mike Ernst, he's been doing this for a long time. I played against him years ago.
Did you really?
He's fast, yeah. Not showing it in the head. Well, there he goes. But, yeah, he was really, really fast. He was a good player.
Well, he's a heck of a referee, and he's been doing it for a number of years now.
I believe. Is he a St. Cletus guy?
He is.
Yeah.
Yep.
He played for St. Cletus back in the men's 30 and over church league. That was a lot of fun. We had some really strong teams and players in that.
Down there at the All Saints Fields?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I was one of the Rugrats running around in the dark playing soccer with all the other little boys while the dads were out there playing the real game.
A lot of guys had played, collegiately, and teams would go up and play in the Show Me State games, and normally would come in first and second. Coach Turner's dad played for St. Elizabeth. They were really, really good. Team from St. Joachim and Ann, they were good. So, yeah, we were with Barmeo. We were pretty strong.
Slattery looks for Laney. Shot on.
A lot of fun.
But Fuchs offsides once again. It's a great time, right?
Yeah.
And it's great camaraderie all around.
We were practicing one night, and we needed a goalie, and this guy walks up, just out of the blue. We were practicing, and he said, I just moved into town. You guys need a goalie? And we had another situation like with a forward doing the same thing, and we were laughing. All we need now is a guy that sells beer, And who shows up? Paul Niggemar.
Oh, jeez.
Paul works for Cry as a Budweiser sales guy, and, man, it was perfect.
I love it. Welchko out wide. McCormick looking for that through ball. Unable to get it through. Trails back. Slattery looking for Mack. and unable to get a foot on it.
One of the guys on our team was Tom Strunk, who is the CFO now of Worldwide Technologies, and they're a great, supporter, Tom and his family of Duchesne. His son, Shane Strunk, played up here and ended up going to Dayton on a soccer scholarship. But great family, great boosters of Duchesne. We appreciate everything they do. Tom's brother-in-law is Dan Rolfes over at Incarnate Word. Yeah, the basketball coach who's had unbelievable success and, had some unfortunate health issues, but he's back and doing well. And,
great to see him come back.
Great guy, too.
From, a heart attack that just scared the life out of both him, his family, and all of his players. As it
scared me because when you look at him, he's trim and in great shape. And, look at me.
Look at me, he says.
Not so trim and not so fit. Great family.
Ball knocked out of bounds by the Pioneers. Throw in coming for the Warriors.
So what we have here, 5-0 with slightly under 9 minutes left in the half.
Correct.
In the
Looks
game.
like we have a goalkeeping change coming for the Pioneers here soon. And now we've got McCormick coming up the sidelines all alone.
Pull it back to midfield.
Just inside the box.
Or take a shot.
And it's going to go well wide. And Coach Turner is going to get that goalie change that he's been looking for. And that is freshman Ella Burke coming in.
She's taking
over for
She's got a good story, doesn't she?
Oh, man.
Freshman.
She is a fun little kid to talk to. I love her. I love her personality. Her whole family, they're just great people.
And she played on the hocky team.
Correct.
The men's hockey team up here and did a great job.
And held her own, exactly.
She sure did. I went to a number of those games and really good player.
In fact, just over here to the side of the booth are her parents sitting in the stands. I'm sure they're happy to see her go in, get a few minutes of play here. Fuchs out the corner. And that's going to go out the touchline for a corner kick for the Pioneers. Their second of the half.
Ella's a great choice for being in the nets because she's tough as nails and, just scrappy. And
well, you certainly have to be tough back there because, wow.
In hockey, you've got to have good hands. So I'm assuming, I guess we'll find out. But,
correct.
Yeah.
And speaking of tough keepers, Schmidt here for Whitfield.
Oh, she's had a good game.
She's had an excellent game.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the scoreboard tilting away from her, but she has certainly kept it from being a much bigger deficit.
Only a sophomore, so she's got a good future ahead of her.
So nothing too dangerous off that corner kick here. Goal kick coming for Whitfield. 7 minutes left to play on the campus of Duchesne High School, where the Pioneers are hosting Whitfield by a score of 5-0. Brought down and then knocked out of bounds by Whitfield. Slattery.
You're a big SC fan. I just haven't had a chance to follow them this year. How are they doing?
They can't score.
They have a bunch of ties, don't they?
They have a bunch of ties. Yeah. We had an offensive outbreak on a 3-0 game against LA, which was fun to watch against the Galaxy. But honestly, beyond that, it's very frustrating. Just you really wish they could find the solution. We certainly have some talent there, but I think they're going to need to open up their checkbook a little bit and go out and acquire a true striker. We need somebody that just can sniff out the goal.
Hard to find.
And they are.
But when you do, you're going to pay for them, like you said.
Yes.
Yeah, you're going to have to open the checkbook, like you said. Yeah.
So just I think that is something that's just really missing. Somebody that has that blazing speed and that ability to just somehow find the back of the net. Now, I don't think we're going to be able to pull Messi in. That's probably not going to work for us. But, if we could just go out and sign that one player, the rest of the team, it's solid, right? we just don't give up many goals. It's fun to watch.
That's frustrating.
It's a good brand of soccer. Shot on and over. But it is frustrating as a fan when you want to see some goals, you want to see your team thriving, and you just keep coming out with ties.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, man, it's deflating.
And especially, frustrating when you hold the other team down defensively.
Correct.
And you have nothing to show for it. Yeah, that's tough.
And how about Big Ben and goal? as Berkey is out. Should be back here shortly, but he's been out with an injury that he sustained, I believe, at practice, if I'm right. And Big Ben standing tall, looking really good in net. So never really got to see much of him when you have a goalie of the caliber of Berkey, right?
Oh, yeah, he's outstanding.
Yeah. All right, Pioneers, good turn here. Welchko up the side, finds McCormick. McCormick looking for that through feed to Mack. And she's going to bounce it off a Whitfield player. Actually, they're going to say it's going to tip back off of McCormick for a Whitfield throw.
Again, Duchesne's coached by Pat Turner, 2003 graduate, went to Westminster. Jimmy Choinka, he's assistant, 2017 graduate. Duchesne played for Rockhurst. And lastly, Claire Skaggs, who went to McKendree. She graduated in 2013 from Duchesne. A lot of collegiate experience there on the sideline.
Great play there by Schmidt back in net as she drew in 2 attackers for the Pioneers, waited for her moment, and then calmly passed the ball out of harm's way. And that is something we haven't seen from her tonight, as her ability to use her feet. And she just proved right there that she is a good option for resetting the play.
She doesn't seem to get too rattled back there. She seems very calm, poised.
Goal kick coming out. Slattery brings it down. McCormick. And that's going to go out for a Pioneer throw-in. Slattery quick to the ball. Recognizing time is winding down with 3:20 left to play in the game. Head up. Finding McCormick. McCormick with the cross. And it's going to go near side and just off frame. So a goal kick for Whitfield. Yep. With 3 minutes left to play. Pioneers leading 5-0.
Corner kick.
Corner kick. Well, I missed that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not quite sure how, but okay, we'll take it. Corner kick for the Pioneers coming in.
Lots of time here.
Defended well. McCormick steps back, sets up, shot on, and straight to the hands of Schmidt, who gives her teammates time to get up. Places a beautiful punt right to her attacker. But Pioneer defense all over them.
And Duchesne did what they should have done tonight in this game.
Yes.
Young and inexperienced team on the other side, and they took care of.
Take advantage of that.
That's exactly
right.
Get
out there, play your game, have a really good bounce back after a 3-0 defeat there at House Central.
Both teams very respectful of each other tonight. Clean game.
Very clean.
Both
good
teams played. Yeah, both teams playing hard.
Smith in the middle. Received it from Krupich. Looking up. She's got Fuchs and Mack.
Time your run. There we go.
Here goes Mack. Far side. Good pressure there. And Sophia Wilson, the senior, with nowhere to go but out. I've said that a lot tonight. Nowhere to go but out. But that is just the pressure that we've put on the defenders here for Whitfield. Throw into the box. Smith.
Have it.
Or Fuchs. Sorry. No, that was Smith. Okay. I guess we need to clean these windows so I can see better here, Mike. Either that or I need some glasses. Now it's out to Fuchs. Far side. Looking back. Krupich. Looking for the one-touch pass. Little off the mark.
Bray off to the races. Yeah, Bray Jackson.
Back.
Mm-hmm.
And defended very well by Daly Meyer.
Bray Jackson showing some good speed. She's a freshman for Whitfield.
It's a good step there by Smith.
So we're looking forward to seeing everybody Friday. Game against Father Tolton.
Correct.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock start right here, Frank Barrow Stadium. And another, busy couple of weeks up ahead here.
Duchesne evens up their record at 3 wins and 3 losses.
Flag stays down. McCormick off to the races. Still fighting hard there. Shot on. And it finds the back of the net. Slattery with the goal puts the Pioneers up 6-0 with 6 seconds left on the clock. Pioneer goal scored by number 15, Allison Slattery.
That's 4 goals on 13 shots this half.
Pioneer shutout for Maddie Tanker and Ella Berg.
Well, Jason, they did what they did what they were supposed to do. Took care of business.
They absolutely did with a big 6-0 victory over Whitfield.
Good game to get right, and going into Friday's match. I was a little worried about having too many games this week, just, from being weary towards the end of the week, but they look fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A lot of kids got to play and, saving some of the legs. And
good to see the offensive explosion here this evening and bringing the Pioneers back to a 3-3, 500 record. And, unfortunately, Mike, I don't smell that barbecue anymore.
I know.
I was going to go over there and see if that neighbor had some leftovers. So, a wonderful victory, explosive offense for the Pioneers this evening as they put down the Whitfield Warriors by a score of 6-0. We are back here Friday, 6 p.m.
We're not
Father Tolton.
We're almost, not quite, but we're almost halfway through the season already.
Just about. That is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So from myself, Jason Boschert, my co-host Mike Ryan, we'd like to thank you all for watching.
A lot of fun tonight.
A lot of fun, and go Pioneers.
Have a good evening.
Arch Material and Handling of St. Louis has one of the largest inventories of pre-owned pallet racking and warehouse equipment in the nation. We work with clients of all sizes, small and large businesses, as well as individuals with very exclusive needs. Visit their website at archmaterial.com.
Hollander Legal has been committed to providing exceptional legal assistance and protection to families and businesses in the St. Charles community since 2019. Their specialized focus in estate planning, probate, and elder law ensures exceptional care and expertise in managing assets, wills, trusts, and legal matters for you. Call 636-442-4670 or visit hollanderlegal.com and ensure that your loved ones are protected. Hollander Legal, your trusted estate planning and probate legal team.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
The Zach Plaquemire State Farm Insurance Agency is here to help with car insurance, commercial auto insurance, home insurance, renter's insurance, life insurance, and more. Their office opened in 2016 to serve customers in Florissant and St. Charles, as well as surrounding St. Louis County, with all their insurance and financial service needs. Zach is a State Farm Chairman's Circle agent, which represents the top 3% of agents across the nation. Contact them today by calling 314-921-7900 to see how they can help you and your family.
Worldwide Technology is a financially strong, privately held global technology service provider with over 30 years of experience, helping the world's largest and most innovative organizations think differently about technology and how it can drive their business forward. We've got smart people who can help you learn about the latest tech, acquire new skills, and train your team on the solutions integral to your organization's success. We work with our clients by developing collaborative partnerships that give them a holistic view, from infrastructure to experience and everything in between. Create your account today at wwt.com and clear your path forward.
From strategy to execution, Worldwide Technology helps organizations across industries solve their most pressing challenges through innovative technology solutions, empowering business to take on the challenges of tomorrow. They leverage more than 30 years of experience to help propel the globe's largest and most innovative organizations forward. Find them online at wwt.com.